What possible medical breakthroughs will be lost to climate change? Did you know that even in 2019, we're still discovering new medical uses for plants? Now think of how many plants of medicinal value we may have already lost to climate change. Earlier this year, I attended the Global Health Catalyst Summit, at which the International Institute for Phytomedicines was launched as part of an effort to convert potential high-impact medicinal plants to evidence-based pharmaceutical-grade products for global health and economic development. One of the plants being researched is Justica canaire, believed to contain hemoglobin. During one of his visits to his ancestral home in Cameroon, Dr. Wilfred Ngwa, an assistant professor of radiation oncology at Brigham and Women's Hospital, witnessed local households using the plant on patients exhibiting anemic symptoms, and as a scientist, he was curious enough to bring the plant to a laboratory in the United States of America to research its phytochemical characteristics. This could be a big breakthrough in hematology for people who suffer from acute blood loss or chronic anemia and cannot receive blood transfusion because they have reactions to IV iron transfusions or their religious beliefs prevent them from doing so. This is just one example of a plant that could potentially save lives if researched and made available to the public. However, climate change is a threat to biodiversity and plant species globally, and thus to the advancement of medical research. Medicinal plants are at stake, possibly getting wiped out through desertification, excess heat, wild forest fires like those in the Amazon, hurricanes, mudslides, and other climate and weather events. Every passing day, the human race is scrambling to deal with the effects of climate change and also with emerging health issues. Some health issues were previously treated with various species of plants and are now treated with compounds derived from plants. Scientists may want to study related species, but find they face the threat of extinction. If the world continues with this trend, we face the threat of a barren harvest, not just in the context of food, but also medicinal plants. Historically, many communities used medicinal plants to treat various conditions before the advent of modern medicine. While some of these plants have already been characterized, they account for only 15% of known species, with 85% yet to be explored. Some of the medicinal plants' contribution to contemporary medicine include quinine, which for many years was on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicines. Quinine is believed to have been used since 1631 to treat malaria and most recently to treat lupus and arthritis, and was derived from the bark of a cinchona tree. However, the cinchona family has 24 species recognized by botanists. Could we save the known species, and are there more that have not been discovered? These are questions we need to reflect on. Our concerns have been raised about threats to human settlement from climate change, such as displacement due to natural disasters, due to rising sea levels, mudslides, and heat stress. This systematic displacement takes people away from the plant ecosystems they know and brings about depression. We can draw from a previous environmental catastrophe, the Dust Bowl during the 1930s, that damaged the ecology and agriculture of the America's South and Canadian prairies. This was not a result of climate change, but it is a reminder of what happens when we fail to become good land stewards. In the American Economic Review, Richard Hornbeck analyzed the economic impact of the American Dust Bowl. According to his analysis, more eroded counties experienced large permanent relative declines in agricultural land values. The per acre value of farmland declined by 30% in high erosion counties and by 17% in medium erosion counties, relative to changes in low erosion counties. However, I would like to focus on the medicinal impact. Reports show that during this period, dust pneumonia, whose symptoms are fever, chest pain, and difficulty breathing, killed an estimated 7,000 people. It is of concern that researchers at Princeton published new findings that the Dust Bowl could occur again as a result of climate change and could stir up fertilizers and other hazardous material in soil. It is critical that the world acknowledges the threat of climate change to our medical advancement, livelihood, and existence. Proactively, medical researchers, government, health-related nonprofits need to fast-track the exploration and research of medicinal plants while the species are still available. We may have a short window to learn about these plants if environmental and land stewardship habits do not improve.